Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today I am collabing with somebody I've never collabed with before. Her channel name is Fash Fab Beauty. I've mentioned her here a bunch of times. She gifted me a couple of palettes. She won a giveaway. I watched most, if not all, of her videos. I probably missed one here and there, but I try to watch my friends' videos when they come up. Anyway, she had mentioned wanting to collab with me and I was like, let's do it. So it took us a while to get all of the details worked out. I'm bad at coming up with questions. She's bad at coming up with questions. So we relied on Erica and Makeup Lids. The two of them did a collab together answering 15 questions, never have I ever. So both said we were totally free to use the questions in our own videos if we want to. So that's what we're doing. I will of course have everyone tagged in the description box below. And I'm using, well, we're both using the Dead Palettes, nope, the Dead Roses palette from Bella Beauté Bar because Fash gifted this to me along with the Pastel Garden. And I wanted, I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun to use in a collab with her. So that is what I did. If you want to see how I got this look and hear the answers to the 15 questions, stick around. We're going to get into it. If you're not subscribed, you totally should. We're having a lot of fun. And I don't know, my channel's doing well. I'm able to get like the special thanks thing now, and I can start memberships. I haven't because I can't think of something that would be fun to do for a membership, like that's worth paying for. So yeah, technically nothing's changed, but I'm still having fun. Thanks, people come and hang out are having fun as well. So you should do that too. Okay, I'm gonna stop yammering and get into the video. I'm about to have a very naked face. Brace yourself. Alright, here we go. We have 15 questions and I'm going to do an eye look. I probably have already told you all the things, hopefully. I'm using the Dead Roses palette that Fash gifted to me. She sent this one and the Pastel Gardens one from Bella Beauté Bar. And I've only used this palette technically twice. Jackson chose some shades for me for a look and I used two for palette bingo. But today I'm going to use the red shades, the darkest purple, and I think this shimmer. That's my tentative plan. Whether or not I stick with that plan remains to be seen, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there. So I'm gonna start with the darkest purple shade and the first question. I'm gonna use my Refer number 12. It's like a giant pencil brush, but I think it'll be good for the outer corner. So I'm going into the dark purple shade. I genuinely cannot read this. So yeah, it's the darkest matte purple. And the first question, never have I ever, number one, returned a makeup product. I've never like returned a makeup product. I did have to exchange a palette that came broken. So I guess that's kind of like returning it. But it was a gift for my best friend. And it was the Natasha Denona Star palette. So I couldn't give her a broken eyeshadow palette. So I did exchange it for one that was not broken. Number two, never have I ever have makeup backups, specific products. I do absolutely have backups. I have backups of my e.l.f. lip exfoliator, and I have a backup of the Noctilucent highlight palette from Blend Bunny. I have backups of my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen thingy, stuff like that. False lashes, things like that. But that's pretty much it aside from skincare. Number 3, have you ever force panned an item, meaning purposely wasting or overusing to pan it? I have not. I do not do the panning thing. I mean, I will use my makeup as much or as often as I want to. And if I hit pan, sometimes it's exciting and I'm glad to have done it. And sometimes it's just panic inducing. Especially if something is on the more expensive side. It feels good to use it, of course, so it's not being wasted. But also, the idea of replacing expensive products, not fun for me. So I've never force panned anything. Number 4, not cleaned brushes or sponges for over a month. Hard no. I'm pretty nutty about cleanliness, like across the board. So I've never not cleaned my brushes or sponges. My sponges I wash every time I'm going to use one. So like today I washed the sponge I'm going to use to apply my foundation because I used it. It was dirty. I need to wet it anyway, so I wash it before I use it. All right, cleaning off that brush, and I'm gonna go into the darkest red shade, which I'm pretty sure says Love Stinks. Okay. This is the anti-Valentine's Day palette, so that makes sense. Number 5, used a mascara way past its prime. No, I assume prime means when it's still working well. I have 100% used a mascara way past the 30 days after opening or 3 months after opening or whatever the rule is, as long as it's not acting funny, I'll use it. Again, pretty nutty about cleanliness, so I'm applying mascara to clean eyes. I wash my face every night with all the things. I double cleanse, and then in the morning I do water to wash my face. So I'm not usually applying anything to a dirty face. So yes. Number 6, ever Frankensteined a product, repressing or combining products? I have actually. I tried to do it with my leftover pressed powders. I wondered if I could combine them into one and be able to use them a bit more easily. I did for a minute and then it really just didn't work. But I have definitely repressed eyeshadows that had broken, or I did also attempt to mix and match and make my own eyeshadow shades out of existing shadows, but that wasn't particularly successful. So, I mean, it worked, but it wasn't something I was super stoked about. All right, I'm going into the lighter red shade called Stupid Cupid. Number 7, we're finished an eyeshadow. Like a single eyeshadow or an eyeshadow palette. Either way, the answer is probably yes. I mean, back in the day when I had 2 or 3 little quads or trios of eyeshadows from, Maybelline or whatever, I can imagine I probably like used them up and then repurchased. That was all that, well, I knew existed. So yeah, I'm gonna go with I must have. Number 8, reviewed a product online. Oh, absolutely. I really enjoy doing reviews. I always do one for Nomad. I do reviews, really any brand that asks me to, I'll do a review. Like if I get an email saying, would you review us? I absolutely will. I think it's super helpful. I like reading reviews, like a lot. There's not a lot I'll buy without reading reviews first. So yeah, I'm more than happy to write and leave reviews. I think it's awesome. And everyone has a different experience with things. So yeah, I do find myself reading more negative reviews than positive when I'm looking for information. You can learn a lot from a negative review, oftentimes more than if you just read a positive review. I'm gonna go back into the dark purple shade on this Blend Bunny number 4, just to blend the purple into the red. And the next question, number 9, continue to use a product you hated or had a reaction to? 100% no. I don't know why anyone would. Not if I hated it. I mean, hate's pretty strong. I will continue to use a product that maybe didn't work the way I thought it would the first time. I'll keep playing with it to see if I can make it work the way I want it to, or the way I expected it to, or something. But no, I 100% will not use something I had a reaction to. Holy moly. You gotta be a special kind of cray-cray to do that. I'm only saying that because I recently, I guess, have become sensitive, and I've had a couple shower gels, like body washes, that I had a histamine reaction to. And that's brutal. And you can't make it stop until it's out of your system. So yeah, definitely not using something I have a reaction to. Number 10, bought a product strictly for the packaging and only keep it for the packaging. Yes, I have. I purchased exactly one thing from Kimchi, and it was the black heart-shaped pressed powder. It was a black heart. How was I gonna not get that? And I mean, technically, I bought 2 because my best friend obviously needed one. I mean, black is such a happy color, and hearts are my favorite. She has a thing for stars, hence the Natasha Denona star palette. But my thing is hearts. So yeah, definitely have purchased a product strictly for the packaging. And I do still have it. I don't know if she still has hers. I imagine she does. I'm not sure I've even used it. Maybe I'll use it today. Number 11, ever done someone else's makeups for fun? Oh, heck yeah. The babies, obviously. In fact, if I can find it, I'll insert it here, a picture of Jackson. When he wanted me to make him into, I can't remember if it was a leopard or tiger. I think it was a tiger. So I attempted that, and that was really fun. I really enjoy doing that. I'd never done anything like it before, had no idea if I could even manage it, but I think I did pretty okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave those like that for now. I can fuss with them a bit more if I need to. I want to get into the shimmer shades. Okay, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do for the shimmers right now, I'm gonna take my O2 Mini and the shade Drop Dead, which is this one right here, and apply that to maybe the middle to inner corner-ish, not all the way to the inner corner, because this is a black-based multi-chrome or duochrome, and I don't think that will be cute on the way inner corner. Oh wow, that's pretty. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna pick a different shade for the inner third. Next question, number 12, done someone's makeup for an occasion? And the answer to that is yes, I have. I've done my niece's makeups for recitals. I've done some of the baby's makeups for Halloween. I did my daughter-in-law's makeup when she married Dallas, though oh my gosh, that was quite a while ago, and I messed up so bad, and I feel horrible about it because, you know, we did her makeup in my bathroom with, you know, really good lighting and all the things you need, but then when we got to the place where where they were having the wedding, the lighting was completely different and it looked, like really not amazing. So learned that lesson the hard way. Boy howdy, we should have gone outside and double checked everything. But it's not like it ruined her wedding or pictures or anything. I think she was still pretty happy with the situation, and they're still together, so. 13, bought secondhand makeups. Bought secondhand, I have, yes, I have. I am just wiping off that brush a little bit and going on the other side. And I'm gonna try to use the shade Be My Ex right there. I don't know how it's gonna look. It's one of those kind of chunkier shades, but maybe it'll work. So yes, I bought secondhand makeups. I have, that's definitely not black based. I'd had several of the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palettes, but I was missing the red one. By the time I discovered those palettes, they were harder to come by. And the only one I didn't have was that one and the Waffle Cone, which was a neutral palette. I didn't really care too much about having that one. So Nikki Lynn here on the YouTubes tracked down the red one, Cherry on Top, at I think maybe Poshmark or something like that, and I was able to buy it and complete my collection, or at least, you know, of the ones I wanted. So yes, I have purchased secondhand makeup. Number 14, have I sold makeup? Technically, yes, I did, for basically what it cost to ship it. I'm not good at selling things. I would much rather give you what I have than to make you pay for it. I'm very uncomfortable charging people money for things. Very uncomfortable. So technically, yes, I did take money for it, but it just covered the shipping. That looks really pretty. I don't know what it looks like on camera. I'm gonna use my Magic Moda brush. This is the Filbert one. I'm gonna go into the shade called Bite Me, which is this dark duo. Is that the one? No, maybe I'm gonna go into this one over here. I don't know what it's called. I can't read it, but I'm gonna use that to bridge the matte purple with the shimmer because it has a purple green shift. I think it'll make it look a bit more smooth. That eyeshadow is so pretty. They're all so pretty. Holy moly. Okay, I'm going to not hold you hostage while I finish blending and just futzing a bit. So I'm gonna go do that, whack on the rest of my face. I will come back, answer the final question, show you the finished look, and we can wrap this up. All right, this is the finished look before I add lashes. So let me scoot you in. Hopefully you can see the shifty goodness in some of those shades. All right, I'm gonna whack on the lash and I will be right back. All right, I'm back and lashes are on. So I'll zoom you in again for an up close with the lashes. All right, let's answer the last question real quick and then we can have a little chat about what else I put on my face because I used some things I haven't used in a while. I'm very excited. Okay, last question, number 15. Have you donated makeup to a non-profit? And I have actually. Mike's daughter works at a nonprofit, and I was able to donate a boatload of brand new skincare and some new makeup, some very gently used. So yeah, I've been able to, and it was very cool. So that is all 15 questions. These questions were created by Makeup Lens. I will, of course, link her channel below. She and Erica Conger, who I will of course also link, did a collab together and answered these questions, and they said feel free to use them, and I thought these would be so fun to answer with Fash. So everybody who I mentioned will be linked in the description box. Just click on the ... more and everything's down there. So as for what else is on my face, real quick, I used my Danessa Myricks Skin Powder Balm thingy, the Ulta foundation, the Juvia's Place concealer because it's just so good. My powder is the Kimchi. I used it just as my setting powder. It looks, oh, jeez, I'm crow. Please don't let me drop this. Holy moly. It looks very white, but it actually ends up being like translucent. So that was cool. Most translucent powders do, especially if you aren't a super dark skin tone. If you're very, very dark, I can't speak to that. No idea. My bronzer is a combination of two. We have the L'Oreal Infallible in 350 medium and the NYX Deserve Butter. I just like piling them on and mixing and matching and just having fun. My blush though is a surprise. It's the Blend Bunny Juicy Cheeks palette, and I used 2 shades out of this. I used the red called Pulp and this pale purple called Sticky Sweet. I thought they were perfect. They look really nice, so I'm happy with that. My highlighter is from the Cosmic Brushes Frosting Palette, and I used the middle shade called Cinnamon Swirl, as well as the Sephora Colorful Luminizer in the shade Iced Pearl. I prefer a smooth highlighter for like my Cupid's bow and brow bone, kind of. So this is in those two spots. But I like a chunky Seen from Space highlight on my cheekbones. So, I did want to mention niece Rachie let me test drive one of her banger mascaras by Makeup Mecca. I had seen Erica using this and I was like, Rachie, they have a banger mascara, because banger's like her thing. When she says, like when she's leaving, she'll say, have a banger day, and it's just cute and fun, and she's 13. So I mentioned all of the shenanigans to Erica, and Erica asked her friend, I think it's Marina. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen here, but I don't think I am. I'll link her channel as well. She got it from her and asked if she could, pay her to pick up a couple and ship them to her. And Marina is just like, I'll just ship them to you. And then Erica sent them my way so niece Rachie could have a banger mascara. And she sent 2. And because they were for niece Rachie, I couldn't keep one and test drive it. That just felt like wrong. So I gave her both of them. And then she said, don't you want to try it? That's what you do on the YouTubes. You play with makeups. So she brought me a tube to play with. So I like it. I've only had it on for a few minutes. It's still on my eyelashes, so that's a good sign. It hasn't transferred or flaked or anything yet, but it hasn't been that long, so we'll see. I don't often have very good luck with mascaras, but lately I have been, so who knows? Perhaps my luck is changing. Anyway, I think this look is super fun. I'm excited to go and watch Fash's video. That's going to be fun as well. Let me know if you're here from her channel so I can say an extra special hi. Not that my highs are special, but I do like when people comment, because then I can see you and respond to you like specifically instead of just saying like a blanketed thank you like in my videos. So yeah, and if you go to Fash's channel from here, say hey for me. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.